would be the best judge of a quality kitchen?
I think there's only one choice, honestly. The kitchen cousins.
That does make sense.
Does that make sense?
I kind of wanted to have them for our bathroom challenge, but this makes more sense.
No, and the garage grandpas are just not nearly as good at kitchens.
Yeah, no.
They better answer my call.
Hello?
Hey, Jonathan Drew here.
What's up, boys? You got me and John.
So we bought a couple houses in Vegas, and we're each doing the kitchen renovation this week, and we figured we need some guys who really know their way around the kitchen, know what to look for to judge our kitchens.
Allison Victoria, actually, can you put a good word in with Allison for us?
Kitchens aside, do you not want to just come hang out with us in Vegas?
Hell yes, man. We're actually finishing up a build for America's Most Desperate Kitchens now. So as soon as we're done here, we'll head to Vegas.
We're looking forward to having you guys here. Both these houses are very different, but I think you guys are going to like what we do.
Thanks for thinking of us, and good luck, boys. See you later.
All right, so we're set.
Get ready to wear high heels and feathers. All right, this is gonna be good, because you know I love doing kitchens, and this is probably gonna be one of the most beautiful kitchens we've ever done.
I've been looking forward to this part of the job.
I bought this property for $318,000, and I'm budgeting $150,000 for the renovation. Last week, I spent $25,000 in the living room, but to get back on track in this game, I need to pump $40,000 into this kitchen. No more walls, no more beams. I want a flat ceiling with recessed lights. And I'm gonna build a new pantry for added storage and a backsplash that goes all the way up. Flat white cabinets and floating shelves will enhance the airy feel. And the finale, a waterfall-style breakfast bar and a cooktop with down vent to keep my sightlines clean.
Make way for the winners.
Yes.
I think we should continue our role and make this a winning kitchen.
I bought this place for $352,750, and I'm investing $147,000 for a renovation. I spent $23,000 in the living room last week, and it paid off because our Judge Vanilla Ice loved it. I want to stay on a roll but spend smart with $34,000 for my kitchen renos. So I'm ripping out all the old cabinets and knocking down that wall. This beautiful new island with waterfall feature will provide added storage, and it'll become the new hub of this kitchen. I'll tie in the back wall with industrial accents, and with the beams and posts gone, this dead space is gonna come to life. This luxurious eating kitchen is gonna wow anyone who walks through the door.
A lot to do. I say we just get in here and start ripping out cabinets.
Let's just do it. Smash it up.
Smashy, smashy.
You think it'll support my weight? Do some chin-ups?
Whoa.
Not so much. I'm biting off a lot for this challenge. If I can pull it off, I will easily win this thing. With this giant beam in place, it's now pedal to the metal. So from here out, positive thoughts and smooth sailing. We can start to make space for the electricians, the plumber, the HVAC guys. I want my flooring guy in here to see if we're good to go, and then the cabinets are gonna come in before we know it.
Hey, come take a look at this thing.
It's a structurally supporting AC unit. Well, that was stupid.
Yeah.
This is supporting the weight of the ceiling above, this header, everything. There are many principles that I learned in structure when I went to school for construction, and using an air conditioner as a support post is not one of them. It's so bad. I can pull the AC unit out of there and replace that post. How can somebody not look at that and say that's dangerous?
It's a new day, and it's a day without Tracy. It's not that fun losing my contractor right in the last couple of days of this challenge, but I'm Team Drew. We get things done over here, and we're gonna beat Jonathan.
You want to start on this end?
Just seeing the sheer size of Jonathan's kitchen is a huge motivator for me. The kitchen cousins are judging this challenge, and if I want to beat Jonathan and blow them away, I have to pull out all stops. So, my kitchen island, it just got a whole lot bigger and a whole lot better.
Coming together.
You would have never thought in a million years you could fit a massive island like this in such a small kitchen, but we made the space.
This is the big feature in the kitchen that's gonna make every buyer say, I need this house. This is my last day of construction before this whole project has to be done, and I'm pushing it way too close for my comfort. So I just need to make sure that everything goes smoothly today, that I'm thinking ahead so that nothing bites me in the butt. Thankfully, the cabinets are in. Everything is prepped for the stone to be dropped. Normally, you just do an 1.5 inches for the bullnosing on the countertop, but I went 2 1/4, which gives it that real high-end look. Didn't cost me any more money, but makes it look much more elegant. The kitchen cousins, John and Anthony, have to appreciate this kitchen. It's very different. I didn't want to do anything cookie cutter. I just want them to appreciate that I'm appreciating the value of the home. This is a lot of money in one piece of quartz. I'm exhausted. This has been a really, really busy challenge for me. My features are starting to come to fruition. They're looking amazing, and I know the kitchen cousins are gonna say, wow, someone with a designer eye did this kitchen. Okay, slide over. Come my way. A little more. This is a glorious thing for me. Sam already cut the piece for the side here for the waterfall feature. The island looks amazing. It's impressive, it's huge, but on top of that, quartz is zero maintenance. For me to be able to say to a buyer, this is the best countertop for you because you never have to reseal it, just use it, you're good to go. That's something that people will pay extra for. Of course, I'm wearing my dress shoes to do hands-on work that I thought Tracy was gonna be here to do, but nope.
Even though we were shorthanded today, Team Drew pulled it off. I budgeted $34,000 for my kitchen reno, but I had to spend extra money to get rid of that plumbing stack, and I added additional quartz to my island. So I ended up a little over budget.
I know that the furniture and decor is gonna speak to the furniture in the other rooms. You look beautiful. We know. Everything looks, I've lost my mind. I'm going crazy because we're under a time crunch.
I budgeted $40,000 for this kitchen reno. I saved some cash on the existing down vent and other small areas, but we spent extra on the steel beam, so I went over.
I'm just nervous because, look, we have two very talented guys that you know are gonna give us amazing spaces. It's gonna be a hard choice.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys are gonna go in. I'm gonna stay out here, do your thing. I see you're prepared. You've got your tape measure
Yes,
there.
sir. I
You
take
ready?
my job seriously.
Obviously.
Let's do it.
All right, come on, let's see it.
All right, this is all you guys.
Nice.
This is a great space.
All right. Wow. Knowing what I saw in the old pictures, you now have this beautiful island that runs all the way down.
I love it. It's a big kitchen. The space is used well. Plenty of countertop space, plenty of cabinet storage.
We want to make sure we're technically okay.
We're over 3.
Yeah, so they're
We're
fine.
at 44 there.
44.
And you're at 44.
I think you kind of have it all here.
Yeah. And then I come down to the kitchen eating area. You've got the reclaimed on the wall that defines it and separates it from the kitchen itself, which is great.
I was curious because in the picture I saw, I'm like, are they gonna make it a breakfast area? But I love that you have the dedicated dining and breakfast, which is much, much more, you know, casual and relaxed. So I don't know if you saw this, but check this out. So you have this beautiful little seating area, and then they're playing to us.
A little buttering up, huh?
A little buttering up. I love this area. And look at this. I mean, Ann, this is your money shot.
It really unfolds before you.
I'm ready to see the next kitchen. All right, let's see what we got here. Thank
you, sir.
Oh, whoa! The amount of backsplash tile that wraps around floor to ceiling, and then you take it a step further, and you're on the opposite wall playing together both of the spaces.
Yep.
And if you remember from the old pictures, they had that big island. Now, with all the walls gone, you have the entire first floor that you are interacting with one point in the house. It's so different.
Yep. You've got somewhat of a kitchen triangle here, right? See, you've got an electric cooktop with a downdraft.
Yep.
No hood. And then you've got the ovens, and you've got access to the refrigerator, a clean line to the sink. Your spatial awareness is perfect. You know, you still have plenty of room to move throughout.
This is really gonna speak to certain people. They're gonna love it, and they're gonna say, this is something I wanna have, because I know I'm not gonna find this in any other home.
It's very cool.
Now I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Judges are in the house.
There, I'm out.
Yeah,
I win.
nice. You call those kitchens?
Come on. Come on. Grab a seat, grab a seat.
Unbelievable work.
You guys literally look at the most desperate kitchens across America. So for each of the properties, what would you say were the biggest features to you?
For the Heavenly View, for me, I think the accessibility to buyers.
It is a large space. You took down walls, you opened it up, and you were able to maximize every square foot. That's what it really comes down to.
Putting the huge island down the center, you still had 42 inches on both sides. So you can get all the way around that island easily with guests and entertain.
And it's Vegas. You usually know there's going to be, you know, showgirls, there's going to be Elvises, there's going to be dancing.
one showgirl. We know there's gonna be one showgirl. We know that. We know that. But what I loved about the Forest Crest property, I love how unique it was. When I go into a home, I'm always looking for unique elements. We say that to all of our clients. We say, make it stand out. And to me, that kitchen really stood out. And I'm gonna say one thing.
He loves this island. He loves this island.
I have not seen anything like that.
In reality, all I really care about is I want to know who won.
Well, that's where it gets tricky. We're currently not on the same page.
What?
We are split.
We are not having both of us in showgirl
That was
outfits
the
at
hope.
the sign.
That was the hope.
It's not gonna happen. Do what you guys have to do to figure it out, but only one of us can win, only one can lose. Or do you want to have two of us?
No. If I have to be dressed in feathers, I don't want to see him also dressed in feathers.
There is a consensus. The winner is
Dun, 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 dun.
Bars Crest.
It's the key. Oh my God. Where's those feathers? Hold on, this is what it's gonna look like.
Come on, cutie
Kinda like
pie.
this. You want a radio call into Drew's ear right now? You are gonna be so embarrassed in about 2 hours.
I hear you. I was afraid this whole week because his kitchen is like twice the size of mine.
Huge.
Had a lot of opportunity. It's a fair loss, Jonathan.
Hold
I
on, you know
did a
what?
beautiful
The
kitchen.
writing was on the wall that he would be dressed up as a showgirl because he wore a woman's sweater today. So I totally thought. I like it.
All right, I need to get into outfits so you guys get out of here.
Oh my God, I cannot wait. And at the end of the day, we win.
Fine, Jonathan's big kitchen won, but let's be honest, no one wants to see Jonathan's hairy beast legs. I'm gonna make this outfit look good. Come on, girls. Let's welcome this wedding to Vegas.
Drew, drop down on all fours and start shouting, "I lost my contact lens."
I lost my contact lens. Welcome to Vegas.
Ask him to feel your calf muscle.
Hey, buddy, can you do me a favor? Can you feel that sec?
I work out.
I work out. Did showgirls ever do this? No.
That is so wrong.